How childhood trauma affects adulthood. Some adults are not reacting to the present. They are reacting to a wound that never felt safe enough to heal. You overthink small things. You apologize too much. You struggle to trust people. You feel emotionally tired around certain conversations. Sometimes you push people away, then secretly wish they stayed. Sometimes love feels unsafe. Peace feels unfamiliar. And rest feels uncomfortable. You tell yourself, why am I like this? But deep down, part of you already knows this story started long ago. A little boy once learned that silence was safer than honesty. So every time he expressed emotion, someone mocked him. Every time he cried, someone told him to be strong. So slowly, he stopped speaking about how he felt. Years passed. Now he's an adult. People call him distant, cold, emotionally unavailable. But they never saw the child who learned that vulnerability could become humiliation. A little girl grew up walking carefully around anger. She could sense tension before anyone spoke. She became hyper aware of people's mood, their tone, their facial expressions. Now she's older, and everyone says she worries too much. But her nervous system was trained to survive unpredictability. This is how childhood trauma hides inside adulthood. Not always through dramatic memories, but through invisible emotional patterns. The child grows up, but the survival response stays alive. And many adults spend years blaming themselves for behaviors they were once protection mechanisms. Here is what most people misunderstood. Trauma is not only about what happened to you. Sometimes it is about what was missing. The love you didn't receive. The safety you never felt. The emotional support that never arrived. Some children were not allowed to be children emotionally. They became peacemakers. They became peacekeepers, caregivers, emotionally alert before they even understood life. And when survival becomes your normal state, rest can start feeling dangerous. This is why some adults struggle to relax even during good moments. Their body learned something bad always comes after peace. So they overthink happiness. They expect rejection. They prepare for abandonment before it even happens. Some become people pleasers. Some become emotionally numb. Some become perfectionists. Some avoid love completely. And many don't even realize why. Because childhood trauma does not always return as memory. Sometimes it returns as behavior, as emotional exhaustion. It returns as self-sabotage, as fear of intimacy, as constant anxiety, as feeling too much or never enough. And the painful part, many people think these patterns are their personality, when in reality, they are survival adaptations. Dear friend, listen to this. Ancient wisdom often taught that what is wounded in silence continues speaking through behavior. Across cultures, people believe unresolved pain echoes through the body and spirit until it is finally acknowledged. A cracked mirror does not stop reflecting. It simply reflects everything through the shape of the crack. And many adults are trying to build relationships, careers, and identities through emotional fractures they never understood. Not because they were broken, but because no one taught them how to heal what is invisible. So the deepest effect of childhood trauma is not just pain. It is identity distortion. A child slowly begins forming beliefs like, I must learn love. I am hard to love. My feelings are a burden. I have to survive everything alone. And eventually, those beliefs become eternal laws. So even when life changes, the nervous system still reacts as if danger is present. That is why some adults feel exhausted, even in safe environments. Their body escaped the past, but emotionally, part of them never left it. Listen, dear friend, the truth is, many adults are not weak. They are carrying emotional survival systems built during childhood. And what looks like overreacting today may actually be old pain searching for safety. Healing begins when a person stops asking, what is wrong with me? And start asking, what happened to me that taught me to feel this way? Because awareness changes everything. As it says in Psalm 34, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Some wounds were never visible to others, but they were always real. So tonight, dear friend, try something most people never do. This is the solution. Sit quietly for 2 minutes. Then think about a behavior you dislike about yourself. Maybe it's overthinking. Or maybe it's pleasing people. Or fear of rejection. Emotional shutdown. Whatever it is. Now ask yourself, when did I first learn this behavior was necessary for survival. Do not judge the answer. Just observe. Because sometimes healing begins the moment the adult finally understands the child. Not to stay trapped in the past, but to stop fighting themselves for surviving it. When a tree grows through strong winds, my dear friend, it bears differently forever. Not because it is weak, but because it is adopted to survive the storm. And humans do the same thing emotionally. And sometimes, the behaviors you hate most about yourself were once the exact things that protected you. You were not supposed to carry everything alone. Some of the patterns you developed were created by a younger version of you trying to stay emotionally safe. That child did the best they could with what they understood at the time. And maybe healing is not becoming someone completely new. Maybe it is finally giving yourself the understanding you never received before. Some people spend their entire life trying to silence their pain without realizing the pain was only trying to be understood. And sometimes, the moment you stop treating yourself like the enemy, something inside you finally exhales. Quietly, deeply, for the first time. So, my dear friend, what part of this felt painfully familiar? And did you recognize a childhood survival pattern inside your adult life today? Share your experience in the comments, so someone reading will pick an inspiration from. Thanks so much. I am ThePZipporah.